Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Friday, number 14 day for this month of January 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonian Governing Council, aka Sense Pass King. Welcome to my daily podcast, Fauna. The Ambazonian Governing Council, the Ambazonian Defense Forces, the ADF, it done scored a big goal against La République du Cameroon, together with the Mountain Lions, we also carry out an attack in Boya as part of their anti-AFCON operations. Two of the wounded soldiers were being knocked out with the IED attack with the ADF carry them out for Leonga, they then die, making a total of 3 Cameroon military men who have been neutralized as they attempt to stage this Nations Cup in Victoria. The Mountain Lions, under General Sagat, also carry out an operation in the market square of Boya. Following that attack, they also attacked a school, closing a school, asking the children to remove their uniforms as a sign of the enforcement of the ban against Cameroon government schools within Ambazonian territory. Even though the football competition did take place in Victoria, the Ambazonian people should be proud of what their soldiers have done. A clear message has been sent to the enemy. The clear message has been sent to the international community that the Ambazonian forces are active and are capable of carrying out attacks despite measures put in place by La République du Cameroon. The war is ongoing, and this is a resistant war, not a contemporary war. Ambazonians have given a big blow and sent a powerful message to the occupier and the international community about their resilience against Cameroon occupation. There are going to be many battles within this war. Some we shall partially win, others we shall outright win, but we are sure we are going to win this war against La République du Cameroon. The African Nations Cup was largely boycotted by more than 90% of our population. The desperate Cameroon mayor for inside Victoria, if we go for down beach with bus for carry people them free for go them go watch football, then deny for go. We take note for those where they be for day, we put their face them, not traitors them, and the need for answer questions. For even inside La République, Bamelike them largely boycott the Nations Cup, as in Bafoussam, Cameroon government it offer free transportation for move people them into the stadiums and for watch the game, but none of them they no be attend as the field be empty even for Bafoussam. For Yaoundé, you get the same thing, people them boycott the Nations Cup. The Nations Cup it then be shadowed by Cameroon their crimes for inside Ambazonia, and the war they already asks where them they. Ambazonians should be mindful of enemies of progress and agents of La République who will try to redefine what victory looks like by trying to define our war like a contemporary war. But Ambazonia should understand this is a resistance against recolonization. Our forces are doing their best. This is a guerrilla warfare, and we are winning La République very fatly. Do not be deceived to draw your expectation for a contemporary victory against La République. We will win them by a cut of 1,000 strike. Still for the capital of Ambazonia in Boya, one Cameroon military man, where they call a Somba, he didn't discover he didn't die this morning time for a bed. The Cameroon military man, he didn't die as a result of poisoning. Would they ask our people them for do everything for eliminate the threat with the Cameroon military then pose them for our population. If you discern a chop with the chop for day, if you do something, you do them. Whatever any civilian, if you do them for Cameroon military, me do them, you could then save a life by taking out the threat with these terrorists then pose them for our people them. The Cameroon military are involved in a genocidal war. They should be considered an imminent threat to the life of our population and their properties. Video footages them where they show how Cameroon, their military, then come for inside a church for Catholic church for Boya, drag Father Thaddeus, go tam for inside their police station, then beat it very well, according to the video footage is the way they come. Leaked messages them also they don't come up for the Catholic Church. They praise their conversation about that incident. It be just despicable for say our own church that they shy away for confront evil. These images they be shocking and it remind our people of how the Cameroon military be beat our lawyers them. Would they ask the church why they not stand up for decry this horrible action with direct confrontation and protest, while the other religion leaders they not gather themselves for challenge the Cameroon authority for such brutality. This cannot be accepted as a new normal. The Ambazonian Governing Council mission head in South Africa reacts.
They're not rising up to support the father that have been arrested. All the churches supposed to call their members all over Ambazonia to stand still. Nothing should move. Nobody should go to work or anything. Everybody should protest about this father. And the churches should be a leader, should lead that. Why are the churches silent? Attack mostly even the press. Why is the Presbyterian Church silent? The killing of this honorable, because he spoke to Parliament. Where are the rest of SDF parliamentarians? Everybody should protest in his own corner so the whole world can see. Let's find a way that one thing happen like that. In their small village, they're protesting, audio outside, protest for 1 or 2 days. It may show more significance of our unity towards our struggle. Because when they kill this father, we are silent. They kill the honorable, we are silent. Frundi is there eating his money. We should look for a way even to finish that Frundi. It's so wicked.
According to the messages within the Catholic Church, they were talking about the brutality and the order that came from Yaoundé to target their church, but none of them did not publicly protest. The Catholic Church seems to be following their bishops' lines, which have always been to protect their contracts that they seek the Cameroon government support to gain contracts to distribute humanitarian goods in Ambazonia. The Catholic Church and many churches have failed to live up to the expectation. Without how they will be preaching about courage, standing up for oppressed people if they themselves are shying away from taking an example. Fellow Ambazonians, there are things that we handle behind closed doors, but there are things that we cannot handle behind closed door. One of the things is when human life has been lost. We had received this message with shock of the killing of Pa Ngo in the process of arresting one woman called Laura, who she was pregnant. She was arrested by the 7 Kata. She was a magistrate and she was 9 months pregnant when she was arrested. In the course of carrying out this arrest, 4 bikes were seized and one Pa who have been working with us as a vigilante, Pa Ngo, was killed. Pa Ngo, na person where some of us we know he as we grew up, a very lively Pa that everybody love, and it be no be something we accept them. I have demanded an apology from the 7 Kata, and they should have never killed that man. The man was killed, they say, because according to the forces, he was the one who was blowing whistle at night when people were being arrested. We don't always encourage our civilians them to organize these vigilante groups and for protect themselves, not be only against excesses from Ambazonian force, but primarily that for protect our population against Cameroon, their atrocity, the way that they can kill people them anyhow, burn houses. It be important make our people then develop the attitude for self-defense, for protect themselves against Cameroon atrocities and also against excesses for our soldier them. This is not acceptable. I also want to thank the leadership, the representatives of the 7 Kata and General A4, where they react immediately from our request to release this pregnant woman, despite her fact that she is a magistrate. We know that she has not been going to Cameroon court since this liberation started. She was released immediately with our requests, and we applaud them for that. But the killing of Pa Ngo We expect an apology from them. They have to give it to our population, and we are asking for our people to calm down. The Seven Kata was once an ally, had a memorandum of understanding and was part of the ADF contender force, but they had break away. They are basically on their own, but they have a leadership, a coordination, a leadership which is in abroad, and we will continue to work with them to make sure that excesses are stopped. The issues of kidnapping for ransom is a huge problem we have to tackle. There have been blackmail against the Seven Qatar because of these, but real cases must be challenged. An episode will be used to engage our population and the fighters on the ground and some criminal gangs who have taken advantage of the chaos of war to do kidnapping for ransom. We will address that subsequently. But what we must make clear to every fighter that pick up gun, you don't have the power to take human life without any justification. No fighter have the right to arrest any Ambazonian civilian for no just cause, for no cause at all, without any justification. Kidnapping for ransom is a crime against humanity, and it is a capital crime against Ambazonia. Kidnappers are worse than blacklegs. Soldiers should be aware, and their coordinators must take responsibility. On a side comment, the IG group are still in serious infighting. The Sako Ikome who is the leader of the splinter IG group, have fired and sacked Chris Ano. Chris Ano, in return, have declared that the IG have splitted again. We want to assure our people that the IG group is not the Liberation War, and the Liberation War is not the IG. So the revolution is moving on strongly and in firm leadership. The problems with the IG should be seen as just a distraction. This has been predictable, and we call on our people to not be too distracted by this distraction that is going on. And they should understand that the IG was just a group amongst many groups, and they have been the main generator of infighting, the ordering of killing of people. Our people should remain focused. As we are focused, we have ruled out the vision of the Ambazonian Governing Council by the Liberation Leader Dr. Chua Yaba for implementation this year 2022. The Supreme Commander, the leader on the ground, General Efang, big number, will be addressing the Ambazonian people today. Be expecting that message. And the last part, the second part, my response to Mr. Ayok will be aired today later in the evening, Amba time. God bless you all. Capo Daniel, signing out.